Welcome to Trump Breaking News Network, your daily source for up-to-date news on the political scene of Donald Trump, his presidency, American politics and conspiracies. Please subscribe to receive notice of our daily updates. Also share with your friends and your social media. We encourage you to like our videos and give your comments.
This is TBNN.
POTUS keeps promise to bomb the SHT out of ISIS. ISIS loses 98% of its territory mostly since Trump took office. Then-candidate Donald Trump promised he would bomb the SHT out of ISIS if he were elected president, and he kept his promise. Via Fox News, ISIS has lost 98% of the territory it once held, with half of that terror group's so-called caliphate having been recaptured since President Trump took office less than a year ago, U.S. military officials said Tuesday. The massive gains come after years of onerous rules, when critics say the Obama administration micromanaged the war and shunned a more intensive air strategy that could have ended the conflict much sooner. The rules of engagement under the Obama administration were onerous. I mean, what are we doing having individual target determination being conducted in the White House, which in some cases adds weeks and weeks, said retired Air Force Lieutenant General David Deptula, the former head of U.S. Air Force Intelligence. The limitations that were put on actually resulted in greater civilian casualties. The latest American intelligence assessment says fewer than 1,000 ISIS fighters now remain in Iraq and Syria, down from a peak of nearly 45,000 just 2 years ago. U.S. officials credit nearly 30,000 U.S.-led coalition airstrikes and regional partners on the ground for killing more than 70,000 jihadists. Meanwhile, only a few thousand have returned home. Retired Air Force Lieutenant General David Deptula slammed Barack Hussein Obama for aiding and abetting ISIS fighters. Obama micromanaged the war, Deptula said. We could have accomplished our objectives through the use of overwhelming air power in 3 months, not in 3 years. Deptula said ISIS-controlled oil supplies weren't targeted for 15 months beginning in 2014, giving the terror group $800 million in much-needed revenue to plot attacks and enslave millions of innocents. Last April, President Trump dropped the mother of all bombs, MOAB, on ISIS fighters. As previously reported by TGP's Kristen Taylor, the U.S. military released a statement in April announcing the first battlefield use of the most potent non-nuclear bomb in America's arsenal, the MOAB, against ISIS in Afghanistan, keeping President Trump's campaign promise to bomb the SHT out of ISIS. The bomb was dropped on a network of ISIS tunnels in Nangarhar province where a Green Beret was killed last weekend. What a difference it makes to have a commander-in-chief who actually wants to defeat ISIS rather than fund, aid and abet them like Hussein Obama did for years. President Trump is proud of our military's accomplishment under his command and tweeted out, on January 20th, the day Trump was inaugurated, an estimated 35,000 ISIS fighters held approx 17,500 square miles of territory in both Iraq and Syria. As of 12/21, the U.S. military estimates the remaining 1,000 or so fighters occupy roughly 1,900 square miles. Via Jamie Jimsentire.
This has been the Trump Breaking News Network. Please subscribe and share to stay up to date on the latest news about our president. Be informed.